Hello. Today we are going to talk about some of the cool history of Kingstable Road. How are you? My name's Tony. Welcome to Edinburgh. I think you all know I enjoy Edinburgh history. I think we've established that. We established that a while ago. And what I really like to do is find things that, well, of course, that I didn't know. That's always fun. But that not a lot of people know. Just because it's inconspicuous. It's not one of the exciting stories that people like to talk about because it's not exciting. But I think it's exciting, so I enjoy sharing it. So I was doing research because if you don't know, I've been really enjoying putting up shorter bursts of history stories on Instagram and TikTok and now on Facebook. Please remember, all my channels are only called Clan Broonford. It's not called Clan Broonford, it's fake. And they're stealing stuff. So, I was looking at the history of Kingstable Road to make a short video, which I've done and probably be going up roughly about the same time as this. But there was more that I think is worth talking about because it's just a random little street that no one cares about. No one cares about. It's got a hotel in it now. It used to have a nightclub called the Jaffa Cake, which I remember when I was young. I remember going there. And Kingstable Road, you can kind of imagine the origins of it, but it's got some cool little facts, so let's go talk about them. Okay, so as you can see, it's not an exciting street. You're not going to, enjoy using this street, apart from the fact that it is a very good shortcut from, which I've mentioned before, from round the corner, from the grass market, right round here at Lothian Road. It's a very handy little shortcut, but apart from that, it does have a couple of cool things. Number one, since we're starting on this side of it, more the Lothian Road side of it, right there, that car park. Does it look exciting? No, it doesn't. But if you enjoy your movie trivia, Trainspotting 2. Trainspotting 2, there's a massive section where Renton, Ewan McGregor, is running away from Begbie, Robert Carlyle. And that was there. That was filmed in there, coming out of, I don't know if it was that exit at the end or there's another exit down further down. I don't know which one it was that they came out of. That's kind of cool. Going for modern history and movie trivia, that's a good one. That's a good one. It's a good one if you're wandering about and you're with friends and you're like, Did you know that Trainspotting 2 was filmed with a fighter with a Begbie and Renton right there? That's a good fact to know. But there's better. So here we are at what I would call probably the main area of Kingstable Road. Not that there is, it's one big road, but I think more of this bit is Kingstable Road than underneath the bridge and by the car park. I've no idea why. Kingstable Road right here. Now obviously the castle's there. You can't see it for the trees, but the castle is right there. So right here, I think it was here, the King's stables. King's horses were kept there for quite a period of time, hence Kingstable Road. It's a very obvious reason and origins of the name. No surprise there. But at one point, the sale of livestock inside Edinburgh was forbidden. Now obviously this must have got ignored by some point because we've got the grass market and the Cowgate where cattle used to be brought into Edinburgh to be sold. So I'm not sure when that stopped being a thing. But when it was a thing, the border of Edinburgh was right here. This line, see this? Right on the ground, Flodden Wall, circa 1513 to 1870. This line here, straight along there and straight up. The Flodden Wall made Edinburgh a walled-in city. So, although you couldn't sell it here, you could sell it here, which means there. And it's not a bus this time, it's a van. We have like no luck, do we? Absolutely no luck. So, Kingstable Road was actually used for the sale of livestock right underneath Edinburgh Castle. However, possibly one of the coolest facts I've ever found out is that this road from 1488 to 1513 was used for jousting competitions, actual jousting competitions in honour of King James IV. And you can totally see it. If you think of A Knight's Tale, remember the film A Knight's Tale with Heath Ledger? Great film. If you look at it, it's perfect for it. It's a straight, long road right underneath Edinburgh Castle, with the stables and things right there. What people probably would have sat on the natural seating area of Castle Rock and things there. It was the perfect spot for a jousting competition. And if Edinburgh Council is watching, there must be a way we can do that again. There must be a way we could do that again. In 1633, this land was actually then bought by Edinburgh and officially became part of Edinburgh. So now that I think about it, that's probably when cattle was allowed to be sold in Edinburgh again, because they probably just went, so then maybe that's when the grass market started to sell more cattle. I don't know. As I've said many times, I'm not a historian. I'm kind of guessing there. But last, and probably by no means least, one of the coolest facts about Kingstable Road, in a gruesome kind of a way, is that it ties in to what you could probably argue is one of Edinburgh's most famous stories, and two of Edinburgh's most famous characters. Tanner's Close, right here on Kingstable Road. Blink and you'd miss it. It doesn't look like anything. Looks like a road that people can just get stuff into the hotel, into I don't know what that building is, but into that building there, and then access to that big ugly building over there. However, it has a notorious history leading off from Kingstable Road. Tanner's Close behind me there is where Mr. William Burke and Mr. William Hare killed two of their victims. Now, for those of you that are unsure why I'm saying killed, yes, William Burke and William Hare get the reputation as grave robbers, but they weren't. They were resurrectionists, which is kind of the other title for them, but William Burke and William Hare never dug up a grave in their life. It was far too much like hard work. They killed people. They used to unalive people and then take them to Dr. Knox to carve up the beef, so to speak. And that right there is where two of the murders happened. Now, I'm sure, going back to then, that was a far creepier street than it is right now. But there's a little bit of history for you right there. And actually, just before we finish, I've never noticed this before. I've never noticed it before. See that on this gate right here? It says KSC, not KFC, KSC. See? And the reason it says KSC is because right beside it, and probably the gate into the person's gardens, King's Stables Cottage. So whoever was looking after the horses lived right there, which possibly means that the stables were there rather than up there. I don't know. But isn't that cool? A little bit of history that we just find walking about. Love it. So there you have it. What was that? Four or five cool little facts about Kingstable Road. And like I said, it's a road that no one's going to care about, but it is a road that you might use as a shortcut as you're passing through, and it's a great way to impress your friends. It's a road that no one cares about. It's great for parking. It's handy in a pinch sometimes, but don't tell anyone that. That's our secret. But yeah, Kingstable Road, jousting tournaments, Burke and Hare, cattle sales, train spotting too, all within earshot. Eye shot. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed that. If you have, as always, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Why don't you become a patron? That would be amazing. Most of all, please remember to follow on my Instagram, my TikTok and my Facebook. They're all Clan Broonford. If it's not Clan Broonford, it's fake. But I would love if I could get my TikTok up to 10,000. That would be amazing. And all of you who already follow on these things, thanks so much. It means the world. But till next time, bye humans.